Hey Aquarius, this is Alex. Happy New Year. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. This reading is a healing messages reading. I will lay out 3 spreads. The first spread is all about you, Aquarius. Things that will help you live a better life, whether it's 2021, 2022, beyond, tomorrow, forever, next lifetime. The next spread after that will be love and relationships, and the last one in the oracle cards will be related to money and finances, career and finances, right? Then stick around to the end because I'm actually channeling messages. I'm calling them my freestyle messages, where I'm basically, just kind of going off the dome and sending messages to those who need them. Okay, so let's see what God, angels, and universe has for you. I love that perspective card for you, Aquarius, because I do feel like a lot of you guys get stuck in your own perspective and you live there forever. It's almost like God, angels, and universe are wanting you guys to, see things from other points of view. Okay, I do feel like that's a really big challenge for you guys. Not only that, but definitely with that Milky Way perspective, we are like these little granular pieces of sand when it comes to the entire enormity of the universe. Okay, we're like these little specks, these little crumbs when it comes to like the grand scheme of things, the whole entire universe. So I do kind of, also think too that perspective card has everything to do with looking at the big picture. Okay? Looking at the big picture. This unrequited love, I just got a message that says that sometimes the reason why your love affairs don't work out is because they're not meant for you. That's like the universe basically taking that person away from you. I'm also hearing that, Aquarius, you tend to wind up in toxic situations. Okay? So those are just some messages off the top. Let's put out career and finance, and then we will go through each card specifically. I'm also hearing that a lot of the times you guys want your way. Like you're stubborn and you want things to go your way. Now, I can relate to that because I kind of feel like I know the best thing to do. In most cases, not all the time, because I'm human, right? But I just kind of feel like there is a certain level of rigidity in your life. Definitely that the pandemic has taught you guys about. In remaining flexible and going with the flow. Okay. Let me push those up a little bit, so you can see them. All right, so let's go through our cards. Perspective, we talked about it. Just open it up. Angels are saying open, open, open. Ancestors and generations. Yeah, that could have a lot to do with, it could have a lot to do with the perspective you have. Some people learn from their parents and they just become their parents, right? And it's weird that the next message that I had that I didn't even get to yet is ancestors and generations, right? Because I do kind of feel like maybe, Aquarius, do you just do what your parents did? Did you just become your parents? And I feel with this ancestors generations, you're supposed to be breaking cycles. Definitely you are the cycle breaker, right? Don't know if you noticed that you were meant to raise your kids. Your kids are way different than you are, for those of you who are parents. Okay, so I do kind of feel like God, angels, universe are definitely saying here with these 2 cards, with every breath, somebody changes. You change, the universe changes, the world changes, right? So I do feel like definitely the tsunami of the wake-up call is that you're not your parents, right? Definitely the world we live in today is not the world our parents were raised in, right? Again, things change constantly, right? With this purification and rain, I really do feel like this top line is saying to you, Aquarius, whatever it is that you think you knew, push that to the side. What do they say? A wise man knows that he knows nothing. And I paused there on purpose because I felt like that needed to settle for some of you. Okay? I do feel like this tsunami of a wake-up call Especially with Capricorn, who I just read for, it's like everybody is seeing life so differently now, right? Because of the pandemic, like duh, right? We learned a whole new way of connecting as humans, okay? And I just kind of feel like for you, I just heard, Aquarius, you're trying to get things back to normal, back to the way they were. And we're saying to you as an energy being, or as energy beings, that's the whole reason for the change, is to break routine, to break pattern, to introduce a new pattern. I'm hearing, and you guys are ruled by Uranus, so you should know, you guys are like certified monkey wrench technicians, right? Like, you guys should be fully aware of sporadic things happening or spontaneity, right? That's what Uranus stands for. Uranus is not a conformist planet. But for some reason, I do kind of feel like for you, Aquarian, for some of you, yeah, you do like routine. You do like organization. You do like to compartmentalize, right? And right now, I just kind of feel like the universe is almost fighting you, almost literally fighting you energetically to wash away everything you thought you knew. Not only that, but I'm also hearing, allow us to teach you a new way. This wake-up call, for some of you, you could be going through your spiritual awakening, right? Because I'm hearing that Aquarius likes to rely on themselves. I do kind of feel like for a lot of you, you're the only person you feel like you could rely on. So it's almost like if you want it done right, I got to do it myself. I am completely okay with that. However, the universe, I kind of feel like that's a lesson you guys just went through. The universe is like, okay, Aquarius, all right, you think it's only about you, not only about you, but it's like, okay, you think you're the only one doing things in this universe? Okay, just give me a second. And not only that, this tsunami, right? Tsunamis basically are earthquakes under the water. Like when the platelets shift, there's this enormous current that rises up and causes this enormous devastating wave of destruction, right? So I feel like a lot of you guys were uprooted. What I'm also hearing is definitely when the rush of the water is done and it starts to recede, that purification and rain, things start to wash away. Things that were not deeply rooted, hell, things that were deeply rooted are washed away. And I do feel like, Aquarius, that you are going through some sort of purification, ascension, wake-up call to related to everything you thought you knew. It feels mental. Yes, you guys are an air sign. You're always in your heads. You're always thinking. I think the universe, just for the first time in the history of mankind, got you, Aquarius, out of your head. I love it. I'm also hearing grounded, your feet being grounded, on the planet. So I do kind of feel like definitely you're now out of your head, maybe in your physical body, grounding to the earth, paying attention to your foundation and the foundation you set and your generation and lineage. Okay. So I'm going to stop there because I'm being told to shift over to love and romance. Remember, guys, that love and romance is not necessarily relationships only, like personal, intimate relationships, but it's also relationships that you just have with everybody. Okay. Family, friends, work, whomever. Passion. I like this for you, Aquarius. Because I sometimes feel like you guys just, your relationships are a drop in the bucket. You hold family near and dear. Like you are not going to let go family at all. Right? Now, if it's toxic, yeah, I get it. Right? But I feel like you guys hold on to your relationships. You guys are incredibly loyal. So you hold on to those relationships. However, I don't know if it's been what's been going on with the pandemic, your state of mind. You could have been down, out, putting your head down, concentrating on work and your kids. Like you guys have really, really, really gone the minimalist route. And I just feel like with this passion, It's like allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I feel like this is saying to you guys, hey, rekindle some of the light and energy and power in those relationships, right? In other words, don't just call your mom because it's Tuesday and you call her every Tuesday, but it's like, Ma, what you getting in today? What you doing? Like, you want to go and have some lunch? You want to go get some ice cream? You know what I mean? I do kind of feel like there's this new sense of passion that's overcoming you guys. And again, you guys are air signs, right? You're very, very, very sentimental. You're very, very, very sensitive. But passion per se, now, ladies and gentlemen, don't leave me no hateful comments. I'm not saying you're without passion. I'm just saying passion is not necessarily a priority, maybe for those of you who this is resonating with. It's almost like you put the fire of passion on the back burner. Pun, 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 right? Very soon, I feel like that passion is an attraction point, by the way. Because with this very soon card, I kind of feel like the passion that you guys have, you're going to start to attract stuff. Because I really do feel like passion is almost like law of attraction on crack, right? Like as soon as you become passionate about something, you start drawing stuff to you like the rain to a hurricane. Okay? Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. What I'm also hearing for some of you is you've been scared to, especially with this pandemic. It's almost like I'm afraid to actually ask for anything. You know, you guys are humanitarians, right? So I'm hearing that, you know, you guys are thinking about people and thinking about what people have been going through. So to an extent, for some of you, you could have almost felt selfish to ask for certain things. But now with this kind of renewed passion, or us wanting you to renew this passion and this zest for life, these are not things, say for instance, that you might have been afraid to ask and didn't ask for. These are things that are due to you through law of attraction, right? So don't worry or feel bad about, oh, how is it that I can ask or want a new car when there are people who had their cars repossessed? Somebody's saying, exactly right, exactly right. And we're saying to you, first of all, you think God is only your God? No, he's taking care of everybody. The reason why people lost certain things is because God is about to bless them beyond compare. Or certain people lost things because the things that they had were their gods, right? I say this respectfully, but don't ever question God's plan for other people, right? And you guys are so sentimental that, yes, it's almost like, you know, let me take what I have and give it to somebody else. Aquarius, when it comes to love and relationships specifically, I do feel like the universe is going to bless you back with that fervence and that passion to reconnect to people who you really, really, really give a damn about. Okay? Now, it's crazy because, again, I'm reading off the dome related to these cards and the messages that I'm receiving. So the next card is, it's safe for you to love again. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It's okay. Like, you're so worried about everybody else that you have this martyr mind state where it's like, no, everybody else needs first. I'll get mine whenever it's necessary. Well, Aquarius, I'm happy to tell you, it's necessary. It's your time, okay? Unrequited love, like I mentioned earlier, that's a part of the problem of giving to those who need, giving to the needy, because you'll feed a toxic situation and a toxic relationship. Hell, you'll overfeed it. You'll make a toxic situation in certain cases obese, right? And I also kind of feel like too, again, as I said earlier, that love, that perfect love for you, Aquarius, I feel like you're going to start to experience that more going forward. Again, whether it's let's just say 2021, right? For human sake. I feel like, and it's going to scare the crap out of you. It's like, wait a minute, is this thing broke? Right? I do feel like you are going to have these little butterfly moments, right? Butterflies in belly and heart skipping a beat moments. But again, they may happen at weird times. They may not be related to love or relationships. They could be related to, the fact that your boss just gave you a free day off, or, even though you and your boss got into it, they blessed you with a beautiful bonus. You know what I mean? You're going to start to experience these twinkle, twinkle little star moments where you see the universe kind of winking back at you. And again, it's to awaken, right, this renewed sense of love and hope and passion inside of you, Aquarius, which I feel like a lot of you are so desperately in need of. Okay? So moving on away from love and relationships, I'm also hearing trust. Trust your inner ability to love. This unrequited love, Aquarius, you can write a book on that. You know all of the signs for what it feels like when someone is not loving you back equally. Okay? So with that being the case, you already have it in you. You already have the vaccine inside of you. So if another toxic situation comes along, you'll be able to detect it quick, fast, and in a hurry. So with that being said, it's absolutely okay for you to open up to love again, because again, if it's unrequited, you'll make the adjustment, close it out, move on, move away, keep it pushing. Now, of course, there's going to be an urge inside of you to feed it, because that's where you were coming from. Okay? That's your comfort zone, is to feed a toxic situation or an unrequited, unbalanced situation because of your beautiful, loving heart. Aquarius, you have to resist that. You have to resist that. Okay? 2021 is all about keeping score. Okay? 2020 actually was about keeping score. You give me 20, I give you 20 back. You give me 19, I'll give you 19 back. Aquarius, I need you guys to become certified balancers. Okay? Balancers of energy and love. And also relationships and relating. Keep the scales like Libra balanced out. I'm hearing some of you say, it's hard, but it's hard, Alex. My heart just opens up sometimes without my control. Untrue statement. Your heart opens up because your mind tells it to open up. If you don't want your heart to open up, just be like, you know what? This person's cool. They're great. They're wonderful. They just not for me. Okay? And keep it pushing all the way down the hill, Aquarius. Okay? Next cards are for career and finance. I don't even know what this card is, but I was looking at it. I was like, yes, the sun. Yes, baby. Yes, money, flow, joy, happiness. I'm hearing privilege. So I do kind of feel like you guys are going to become the golden children of 2021. People are just going to part the Red Sea for you, Aquarius. They want to do for you because, again, this is the universe paying you back for the beautiful heart that you gave those that were less fortunate. I also feel like for a lot of you guys in the pandemic, yes, you delivered meals and you helped, senior citizens. You went and bought groceries and you bought this and you bought. God bless you, Aquarius. Okay. God bless you. I didn't even want to say anymore. I just want you guys to realize and know the blessings that are upon you. And again, forget 2021. I just feel like for whenever that time frame is, I just see this current and this flow of golden, beautiful spirit, just golden, beautiful energy, I should say, just headed your way. And guys, I want you to be open to it. Just open yourself up. An easy way to open yourself up is just be like, whoo, I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm grateful, right? Instead of, why is this happening? Oh, this must be a trap. When you do that, you introduce negative energy, right? But if you're just dumb as a skunk, right? If you're just like, oh, I don't even know, you keep the energy neutral and clear, like the Fool card, right? The Fool card is 0 in the tarot. He doesn't know what he doesn't know. He doesn't know anything yet. He's about to start learning. So Aquarius, if you don't know where it's coming from or why it's coming, be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Moses. Okay, thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Muhammad, Abraham, whomever your avatar is. Thank you. Door to value. What I just said, I promise you guys I wasn't looking at these cards. But I just feel this flow of energy and cheer. These two cards together, right here, it's like, stop the reading now. I don't want to hear nothing else. Money and happiness and joy. It's like, yes, Alex, I'll take 2, please. And I'll say to you, Aquarius, you get 40 million. You know what I mean? All right, baby cakes, let's keep going. 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. You guys had a lot of healing, and you went through a lot of healing. Not only that, but I do feel like people have taken advantage of you financially in the past before. And I do feel like, yeah, that's a part of this unrequited, right? You gave them your heart and your money, and they gave you toilet tissue in return. And not even rolls of toilet tissue during the pandemic. They gave you like 4 sheets. You know what I mean? You guys are used to things being imbalanced. For a lot of you, that almost even feels like the norm. Aquarius, that's not the freaking norm. That's not. It's almost like I just got this image of heaven, whatever that means to you. And angels just said to me, in heaven, and angels and light energy, we try to outdo each other. We try to smother each other. We try to drown each other with positive energy and positive light. Aquarius, you don't know what that is. You know the exact opposite. You only know people trying to take. Well, that's what negative energy. Remember, I said light energy. Now let's talk about dark energy. Dark energy tries to drain. We try to drain each other as much as possible. That doesn't make any sense, right? But that just means you're not dark energy. Someone who has dark energy knows exactly what that is. I try to get as much as possible, right? I feel like that was a huge message for somebody. I felt like that was your healing in a nutshell. As in, light energy gives, dark energy takes. Notice how I didn't say receive. I said takes, as in sense of entitlement. Well, where's mine? Okay, well, why you gave her 7 and you only gave me 6, right? Dark energy feels privileged, right? I feel like for a lot of you that was huge. If that was huge, please leave me a comment, okay? Because that's the red light, green light right there, okay? For those who's like, oh, that's all you have? Honey, turn that light green and get the hell on, okay? For those who is like, oh, thank you so much, I didn't get you or here. Turn the light red, stop, camp out for a little bit, see what they're at, give them some real time and energy, and let's see what this is about, okay? Now, what's important is that it has to remain balanced. It has to be give, take, give, take, give, take, give, take. But then the roles have to reverse. Take, give, take, give, take, give, take, give. Or receive, I should say, right? So just kind of make sure it's balanced out, that you don't smother them and again start feeding them, which is turning them into now not a receiver, but a taker. Okay? Last card here, Magician and the Mirror. God damn it. I just said that. As in, it has to be balanced. You have to see yourself in them. They have to see themselves in you. So today I'm being a receiver. Tomorrow I'm being a giver. The day after that I'm being a receiver. The day after that I'm being a giver. It has to be the seesaw of receiving and giving. Has to be the seesaw. The Magician, right? The energy starts with you. The energy starts with you. So again, if you keep feeding, enable, then yeah, when you say, oh, this person just takes from me, then I'll always say, well, you created that monster. I mean, I've read for so many people where I've said exactly that. You created that monster. You're the person who overgave, so they overtook. All right. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Let's talk about some channeled messages. Angels are saying purification. Keep your mind pure. Keep your mind open. Again, I feel like Aquarius. Are we in Aquarius? Sorry. Yeah, Aquarius. Sorry. I just went blank there for a minute. Because I was sitting over here looking at this star card, which is Aquarius, who you are. But they say keep your mind pure. That just means that, again, you guys tend to be rigid in your thoughts. You think that your way of thinking is the only way. Angel said, well, yeah, because they use logic. Makes sense completely. But it's not the only logic. right? Logic is based on situations, okay? So as the situation changes, the logic will change. Next message. They're showing me children. I don't know if some of you want children. I don't know if some of you are new parents. They're saying to me, pay attention to what lessons you teach your children. Because again, the world that you grew up in is not the same world that they'll grow up in. A lot of the times we think we're raising our children, but our children are actually raising us. So it's almost like allow your child to become your teacher of what they need and how to teach them, or let them teach you how they need to be treated, right? Yeah, they're kids, they're babies, but they're still people. You know what I mean? So it's weird because angels just said allow them to teach you how they want to be treated. I'm gonna leave it there. Do you guys have anything else for Aquarius? Take your time. That's also a part of your issues in love. You guys tend to be flash in the pan. Sometimes as being, impulsive, spontaneous. It's almost like you may jump first without looking. We're like, stop that. Now, that's the Fool card again, which is also Aquarius again, right? And that Fool card is like, hey, let me just try it. Let me just try it once. And we're like, no, right? Which again is why we may try to pull people out of your lives, because it's like, boo-boo, you about to step off a cliff. Bring your ass back over here on this cliff. So yeah, I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you tend to be impulsive, and we kind of want you to work on that. It's crazy because you guys are air signs, so you live in your head, but when it comes to acting at times, you abandon your head. Like that may be one of the very few times that you come out of your head is when you're impulsive. And we're saying to you, don't do that. Like, work on that. Like, please. Okay? Anyway, Aquarius, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Wow, this reading was long. If you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and leave me a comment. I would love to hear your story. Thank you so much. I love you, Aquarius. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Bye, guys.